We'll use supinator. And so flexor. Let's make a hard one easy. Flexor. I flex, so this part here that causes this action is called flexion, or flexor, that's the muscle group. If the muscle ends at the wrist and causes the wrist to flex, what would you call the wrist? What is the wrist? Carpal, right? So flexor carpi, like carp diem, flexor carpi. What if it's closer to the thumb side? If it's closer to the thumb side, I would call it radialis. So what's the name of a muscle? Flexor carpi radialis. So I could fill that into this chart and I can say flexor and I can say carpi is the location. And so is radialis, right? Closer to the radial bone. Alis is just designating that you're referring to some muscle. Well, let's keep it simple then. Let's go on a roll from there. If I have a flexor carpi radialis, I must have a flexor carpi ulnaris, right? So I can basically just keep going with this. I can erase it, and I can say carpi, and I can say ulnaris. Well, if I have a flexor carpi radialis, flexor carpi ulnaris, I must have this is flexion, this is extension. So let's put one on the back side. I have an extensor, because this group are extensors, extensor carpi radialis, and I have an extensor carpi ulnaris. Ulnaris because it's closer to the pinky, radialis because it's closer to the thumb. And that's the bones that are there. So extensor carpi radialis, oh my goodness, extensor carpi ulnaris. Oh, I'm so bored already, right? This is too easy for you guys. So extensor carpi radialis has one long and one short. Can somebody tell me what the word long is? Longus. Can you say what short is? No, it's not shortest. That's not a word. It's brevis. So I can say extensor carpi radialis longus, or I can just rewrite it. I'm not going to rewrite it, by the way. I can write extensor carpi radialis, and I can just say brevis. Two different muscles, but I can predict all of that. If I have one on the right hand, I must have one on the left. So we have tons of muscles we just covered right now. Pronator. Let's say that it's a round muscle. So it is a shape. So I have to add shape in here somewhere. So I'm going to add shape in here. And I'm going to make it a little line somewhere in between. So pronator and shape is round. The word for round is teres. So it is a muscle that causes pronation and its shape is round. I have another one that's four-sided. So I call it pronator quad. Quad as in four. Dratus as in four-sided. So pronator quadratus. Oh my goodness. And then